Ribbit is one of the coolest members in the Digital Circus, but what if I told you she had a brother? Introducing Mr. Ribbit, the long-lost twin brother of Ribbit, who not only can hit harder but also jump higher than Ribbit herself. Now, for the next 100 days, I'll be surviving in hardcore Minecraft as Mr. Ribbit, using my amphibious abilities to take down abstracted enemies while growing into bigger and stronger forms. Will I be able to stop Abstracted Jax from taking over the circus, or will I be abstracted with him? It was time to find out, as I spawned into the circus as Mr. Ribbit. Standing around me were the other members of the circus, including my sister Ribbit.
Brother, you made it!
That's right! No sister of mine is gonna be stranded here. We're gonna escape the circus together! Suddenly, a hole opened up in the ground near us, releasing an abstracted monster.
Is that the cellar? The abstractions are going to escape!
Run!
The other members of the circus ran in panic, leaving Ribbit and I alone with the monster. It turned its sights onto me and charged forward. But just as I thought I was about to be hit, my sister leapt into its path, taking the blow instead.
Nobody hurts my brother!
I could do nothing but watch in horror as she was knocked backwards by the abstraction. I quickly rushed to her side, but the corruption was already spreading onto her body. No! Stay with me!
Looks like my time here's up. Tell Jax that I'm happy we were able to be friends.
Suddenly, Ribbit completely abstracted, turning into the very monster that attacked her in the first place. The first abstraction closed in to finish the job, but using the last of her sanity, Ribbit knocked both herself and the beast back down into the cellar below. No! The cellar closed, and I looked up to see that Jax had witnessed everything.
This happened because she was protecting you!
No, wait!
You'll pay for taking Ribbit away from me!
Without warning, Jax began to abstract. He grew massive in size as the pain and corruption took over his body. His fur turned black and his eyes now crazier than ever as he now wielded two massive hammers.
Ribbit is gone, and nothing else matters. I'll take you and this entire circus down with me.
I turned and ran as the abstracted rabbit came for me, hungry for revenge. On day 2, I was being chased to the circus by the Abstracted Jax. The corrupted rabbit came after me with his abstracted attacks, trying to stop me in my tracks. But thanks to my Mr. Ribbit jumping abilities, I was able to dodge everything he threw at me. As I tried to escape, I thought I spotted a strange creature watching me, but I didn't have time to slow down and take a better look. Did you see that? The glowings are hidden throughout the video. Try to find them all.
You won't escape me!
I continued running and soon made my way into a hallway filled with rooms while trying to flee the Abstracted Jax. Unfortunately for me, I ran into a dead end that was also heavily corrupted, leaving me with nowhere to turn. Jax was now able to corner me.
Nowhere to run now, you little pest!
Please, it was an accident! I want to save Ribbit too!
Liar! You're dead meat!
Just as I thought I was done for, Kaufmo ran into the fray, hitting Jax with an explosive firework attack.
Mr. Ribbit, come with me!
I took my chance and followed Kaufmo into hiding while Jax was disoriented from the blasts. Thanks for the help back there. Jax has gone crazy!
I know, there has to be a way to stop him. Maybe we can lure him into the cellar and then…
Suddenly, the walls of our hiding place collapsed as Jax managed to uncover the two of us.
You can't hide from me!
Jax hit Kaufmo with a corruption power, causing his form to corrupt. Kaufmo grew larger in size as Jax's abstraction took control of him. Kaufmo, no!
Must spread the corruption!
You're my pawn now, Kaufmo! Get that traitor! It's time I continue spreading my corruption!
Jax ran out of the area as Kaufmo prepared to attack me. On day 3, I was under attack by the abstracted Kaufmo. In his new form, he was able to use crushing shockwave attacks that surged to the floor towards me, as well as using his overwhelming increase in strength and power. He came after me with full force, showing no signs of stopping. I used my nimble frog abilities to try and evade him, all while doing what I could to try and snap him out of his trance. Kaufmo, it's me, your friend! I know you're in there!
Must spread the abstraction!
The corrupted clown came after me with another swift attack. It was no use. I wasn't gonna get through to him in his current state. With no other choice, I began to fight back with what little strength and powers I had. I shot at him with my Ribbit water bubble attack, but it was clearly not working for me. I searched for another ability within me and managed to throw out deadly water slashes. The water slashes were enough to give me a chance to escape the area and find a way out of this mess. That won't hold him for long. I better move! I took my chance to run to another part of the circus to regroup. However, when I arrived, I realized that Jax's abstraction had spread. There were now dozens of holes in the ground, leading straight into the void. I better watch my step. Using my jumping abilities, I leapt through the dangerous terrain, doing my best to avoid any missteps. Although I had a few close calls, I finally managed to cross to the other side. However, my victory was short-lived as Kaufmo dropped down in front of me.
You thought that little stunt would stop me? You're dumber than you look.
I braced myself as the corrupted clown came after me full force. On day 4, I was once again locked in combat with Kaufmo. I tried my best to fight him off, but just like our last encounter, he was too powerful for me to defeat. He landed a deadly attack, nearly knocking me into the void. Luckily, I was able to use my frog powers to jump over the gap. This is worse than I thought! Kaufmo closed in to finish me off, but just as I thought I was done for, Kane appeared out of thin air. Kane?
I heard about all the craziness happening here. Don't worry, Kane to the rescue!
Kane handed over a plushie of Jax, leaving me confused. Is this a plushie of Jax?
Trust me, try it out.
I used the mysterious upgrade, causing me to transform. I grew larger in size, gained bigger and stronger muscles, and new incredible abilities. I feel amazing! Let's see what this new form can really do! Armed with my new powers, I jumped back into battle, taking on Kaufmo with my new strength. I was finally getting the upper hand when Kane reappeared and used his abilities to conjure a cage around Kaufmo, trapping him for good.
That should do the trick. You can thank me later.
Release me!
That's not gonna hold him forever.
You're probably right. Into the cellar he goes.
Wait! That's still my friend! I think I have something better in mind. On days 8 through 10, I headed outside of the tent with Kane, where I found a shelter that was the perfect spot for Kaufmo.
Are you sure you don't want me to put him in the cellar?
It's nice and dark in here, so it should work. Besides, I want him to be comfortable. Kane teleported Kaufmo into the new shelter, and to our surprise, he seemed to calm down.
Huh, I guess the darkness is all they need.
For now, but as long as Jax is loose, he's gonna threaten all of us to abstract. We need to stop him.
Well, good thing some wacky upgrades were already hidden around the circus.
Wait, what are you talking about?
I had a feeling a big adventure was on the horizon, so Bubble and I got to work. I made plushie upgrades that look like Pomni and Jax, and we hid them all over the circus. If you're able to find them all, you'll become strong enough to stand a chance against Jax, even in his abstracted form!
Whoa, nice! Can you give them to me now?
About that. I had Bubble hide the upgrades, and they forgot where they were.
My bad, fam.
I should have expected as much. Well, thanks anyways. I'll start looking. But in the meantime, could you bring Ribbit and the other abstractions here? I want them to be comfortable too.
Sure thing!
Kane opened the cellar below our feet. But before we could bring out our friends, Jax crashed down onto the scene.
I think it's time for a family reunion.
Without warning, Jax began attacking me with his abstracted powers. Soon, he hit me with a hammer attack, knocking me down into the dark depths below. On days 11 through 14, I fell into the cellar to find myself in a completely black void. I looked around and suddenly spotted one of the abstractions inside with me. It was none other than my sister Ribbit. Hey sis, it's me, your brother. You're in there, right? Without warning, Ribbit attacked me. I didn't want to hurt her, but I also had to defend myself. I fought back, trying to get through to her. Come on, I know you're in there. Jax needs your help! Snap out of it! Suddenly, she stopped her attacks, standing still to get a better look at me. Yes, that's it! Can you show me the way out of here? I watched as she turned away and opened an exit to the cellar. Even in her current state, she was trying to help me. Thanks, sis. I'll come back for you, I promise. Suddenly, Jax appeared from the ground below within the cellar, looming over both me and Ribbit.
You all lay a hand on her!
No, calm down! Jax's presence agitated her once again, causing her to start lashing out at me. I had no choice but to run through the exit before I was hurt.
Oh no you don't, you're mine!
On days 15 through 17, I escaped back into the circus only to realize that Jax was still following me. I ran as fast as I could, trying to shake him off. In my current form, I wasn't strong enough to defeat him. I need to find those upgrades Kane hid, but where could they be? Soon, I found myself inside of Kane's office where I found a place to take cover. Jax stampeded into the room, looking around for me.
Come out, wherever you are.
There has to be a clue around here somewhere. I just gotta lay low. I began to move deeper within the office, all while Jax continued to scour the area for me. As I searched, I managed to discover a console room in the back of the office. Wait, that could maybe help me find an upgrade. I pressed one of the buttons on the console, but before it could give me any leads, I heard Jax call out from behind me.
Found you!
Jax came running down the hall. I panicked, looking for any way to escape him before it was too late. I quickly ran for one of the world orbs inside of the console room and slipped into it, unsure of where it would take me. On days 18 through 21, I appeared inside of a snowy world where I hoped I was able to escape Jax for now. Is he still following me? No! I turned to see that my friend Ragatha was stranded and frozen on the other side of an ice obstacle course. Ragatha? What are you doing here?
I came here to hide from Jax, but I'm stuck.
Hang on! I'm coming to help! I began to navigate through the icy terrain in hopes of reaching the other side to save my friend. As I moved forward, I slipped on the icy platforms, nearly falling into the deadly depths below. Yikes! I better watch my step. Finally, I managed to reach the other side where I was reunited with Ragatha. Using my strength, I broke her free from the ice.
Thanks, Mr. Ribbit. I thought I was a goner.
I won't let that abstracted rabbit hurt my friends. Suddenly, the area around us began to tremble. What's going on?
Oh no, he's here.
Who is? Before Ragatha could answer, a terrifying abstracted entity manifested itself before us.
Run!
Ragatha jumped for cover, and I braced myself as the beast attacked. On days 22 through 25, we were running from the abstraction monster, but I knew I had to defend Ragatha at all costs. I jumped into battle to fight against the mysterious abstracted entity. The monster was able to use powerful abstraction attacks, such as his void laser, that hit me for devastating damage. They also shot at me with huge wither skulls, overwhelming me with their brute force. I fought back with my water attacks along with my electric ground pound, doing my best to defend Ragatha, but they were tough and refused to back down.
Is that all you've got?
They managed to hit me with a swift abstraction laser attack, leaving me weak. Things were starting to look bleak until I heard Ragatha call out for me.
Mr. Ribbit, over here!
I turned to see my friend shouting from the entrance of an icy cave.
This way, hurry!
I followed her lead, sprinting towards the cave as the abstraction gave chase. Luckily, I was able to duck inside and use my water/attack to make the entrance collapse, sealing us both inside for now. Thanks for the help back there.
Just paying back the help you gave me. But we can't let that thing keep running around.
Agreed. I need to find one of Kane's hidden upgrades. It's the only way I'll be able to stop them.
Wait, I think I saw one of those, but it's back in the Spudsies world. It won't be easy to get.
I have to try. Can you point me in the right direction?
I guess so. Here, follow me.
Ragatha took me to another part of the cave where a world orb was waiting inside.
This should take you there, but be careful. Who knows what's in there?
With my new goal set, I passed through the world orb alone, ready to face the challenges that waited for me inside. On days 26 through 28, I arrived on the other end of the portal to find myself inside of Spudsies.
Finally, an employee. Me and the boys will have 3 kids' meals.
I don't work here.
Yeah, right. Then why are you behind the counter?
I'll be right back with that order. I slipped into the back where I managed to find the upgrade I was looking for sealed inside of a case. There it is. Time to crack it open. I tried to use my abilities to crack open the case, but despite my best efforts, it continued to stand strong. What is this case made of? Suddenly, the ground began to shake under my feet. I turned in horror as the abstraction monster manifested itself in front of me.
There you are. Face my wrath.
The beast attacked me once again, forcing me to dodge. However, I soon got an idea. Hey, Ugly, over here! I taunted the abstraction, causing him to unleash his explosive projectiles and breaking the case instead, finally freeing the upgrade for me. Thanks for playing into my hand. I ran in to claim my prize, but before I could, the monster shot another beam at me, pushing me away and grabbing it for themselves. Their body distorted, growing larger and more powerful than he was before. Uh-oh!
I'm not stupid. This power will never be yours.
I ran back towards the entrance of the restaurant as the empowered abstraction barreled behind me.
There you are. Where's my food?
Sorry! Rain check on those kids' meals!
This service is terrible. Let's go, chaps.
On days 29 through 32, I escaped outside of Spudsy's where the abstraction monster and I met in the parking lot.
I've got you now.
The empowered entity came after me with their stronger beam attacks. They were strong before, but in this new state, victory was completely impossible. I need to make them drop that upgrade. Instead of attacking blindly, I jumped high and struck right onto his eye, catching the enemy off guard. I managed to make them drop the upgrade, returning them back to their original state.
Why, you little...
Now's my chance. I grabbed a hold of the upgrade, but I realized something was wrong with it. The monster had infected the item with its abstraction. Wait, no! I tried to drop it, but it was too late. The abstraction spread onto me, corrupting me with its dark power. I grew more powerful, but I was now partially abstracted, losing a part of myself with it. Rah! Must destroy! In a fit of blind rage, I directed my new abilities onto the abstraction monster. It tried to fight back, but my abilities were too much for it to handle. I managed to overpower the beast, winning the battle.
Mr. Ribbit,
Just then, Ragatha ran out towards me.
you actually beat that thing? You're incredible.
Must spread the corruption! I was unable to control myself. I turned my sights onto the doll, unleashing my corrupted powers onto her. On days 33 through 35, I was attacking Ragatha, completely unable to control the abstraction that was trying to consume me.
Mr. Ribbit, step out of it. It's me, your friend.
Must destroy! Despite Ragatha's best efforts, it was no use. She wasn't able to get through to me.
I cast Fireball!
Just as I was about to finish her off, Cain appeared out of nowhere and hit me with a powerful fireball attack.
I can't have another one of you abstracting now. You're coming with me.
Cain used his powers to teleport us back to the circus where the two of us could fight it out alone.
It's time you see my true power.
Cain honed in on his abilities, causing him to grow into a new empowered form. Once his transformation was complete, he came after me with all of his might. Cain was able to use upgraded attacks that threw me for a loop. He spun his massive batons, trying to strike me down in a single blow while also sending out deadly fireball projectiles. I tried to fight back with my new abilities, but the digital ringleader held strong. With one more blow, Cain was finally able to snap me out of my trance, allowing me to regain control of my body. Ow! My head!
Ah, good. That one cleared your mind.
I'm so sorry. The abstraction completely took over.
Luckily, you're only partially abstracted, but I can't cure you. You're going to have to learn how to control it.
Maybe somehow I can use it to my advantage.
I love the positive thinking. Anyways, I'll leave you to it.
Wait, how do I… With a wave of his hand, Cain vanished, leaving me alone in the circus. Wow, thanks, Cain.
He's as helpful as ever, huh?
Suddenly, an attack flew at me from behind, dealing big damage. I turned to see I was face to face with none other than Jax.
Thanks to the partial abstraction, you're one step closer to becoming one of my pawns. Time to finish you off.
The corrupted rabbit ran towards me as our next battle commenced. On days 36 through 39, I was locked in combat with Abstracted Jax. He used his abstracted attacks on me, showing just how powerful he really was, but I refused to back down. I used my upgraded Ribbit power to try and get the upper hand, but in my current state, I still wasn't strong enough to outmatch the enemy.
What's the matter? Tired already?
Jax managed to land a powerful blow, leaving me vulnerable.
Give in to the corruption.
No, not like this. Just as I thought I was done for, Cain appeared out of nowhere, hitting Jax with a powerful fireball attack.
You've caused enough trouble around here. It's time to show you who's in charge.
I watched as the ringleader himself took on the Abstracted Jax with all of his might. He used a series of magical attacks trying to strike down the enemy, but Jax refused to back down. He was tough, even for someone as powerful as Cain.
This isn't your circus anymore. This place belongs to me now.
Suddenly, Jax managed to land a devastating abstracted attack onto Cain, causing the corruption to spread onto him too.
Ah!
Cain, no! I watched in horror as Cain's form mutated. His once colorful body shifted into one made of shadows and terrifying eyes, while his weapon turned into two razor-sharp scythes. Kane had fully abstracted.
Must spread the abstraction.
Not you too! Snap out of it!
Everyone gives into the power of abstraction sooner or later. Kane, dispose of this traitor.
The newly corrupted Kane came after me, forcing me to run for my life. On days 40 through 43, I was being chased to the circus by Abstracted Kane. I used the pipes above me to try and escape, but his ability to fly made it impossible. In his new corrupted form, he was able to fire abstracted attacks which nearly struck me down. Luckily, I managed to dodge them and continued moving forward. As I ran, I saw another Gloink watching me from a hiding spot, but I didn't have time to slow down and take a better look. Did you see that? Rewatch the video at 0.25 speed and try to spot the Gloink. As I continued running, suddenly giant abstracted tentacles emerged from the ground, trying to stop me in my tracks.
I have full control of this place. You won't escape.
I was forced to use my Mr. Ribbit jumping abilities to leap over the threats in the ground, trying my best to evade the new obstacles. However, Kane turned up the heat, conjuring a massive wall in front of me that stopped me dead in my tracks. Oh no! I can't jump over this!
You're mine now.
I don't think so. Take this! I turned and managed to conjure abstraction projectiles to send at Kane, buying me enough time to slip away. This is bad. I need to find a place to hide.
Over here!
Just then, I turned around to see Kinger calling out for me.
Come with me, hurry!
I followed my friend's lead, running towards him into a new hiding spot. On days 44 through 46, Kinger and I managed to slip away into the dark where we could hide from Kane for the time being. Thanks for the help back there. You seem different.
It's the darkness. I always feel more like myself in it.
I see. So that's the key to calming you too. If only we could get Kane into the shelter, but he's out of control.
We need to find a way to subdue him.
But how are we gonna do that? He can manipulate this place however he wants.
Yeah, but so can we. Watch this.
Kinger then used the power of the circus to conjure a butterfly out of nothing. Whoa, how did you do that?
It takes immense concentration, but all of us are able to manipulate this digital world if we try hard enough. I can teach you how.
If that's the case, I might just stand a chance against Kane after all. Let's do it! I followed Kinger's lead to another part of the circus where a massive hole to the void had been torn open in the ground.
I want you to reach the other side of this hole by creating your own platforms.
Isn't that a little dangerous? Maybe we could start with something more simple.
It's crucial you get this down now. Otherwise, we'll be abstracted in no time.
Alright, here goes nothing. I followed Kinger's directions, focusing hard on what I wanted to create when suddenly a platform appeared before me. Oh my gosh! I actually did it!
Excellent work! Keep going!
I continued to think harder, conjuring more and more platforms until I finally paved a path forward.
That's the ticket? Go on, move ahead!
I stepped onto the platforms only for it to instantly collapse under my feet. I had managed to make a path, but it was very unstable. What the? I leapt from platform to platform as each one of them collapsed behind me. Luckily, I was still able to make it to the other side in one piece.
Okay, maybe you still have some work to do, but I think you get the gist.
Hopefully it's enough to stop Kane.
Who?
Did someone call?
Suddenly, Kane appeared before the two of us.
Is this the guy you're looking for?
I prepared for battle as Kane came in to attack. On days 47 through 50, I was fighting it out with Abstracted Kane. He unleashed the full extent of his power, trying everything he could to take me down. Luckily, I was able to fight back with powerful attacks of my own. The two of us were neck and neck.
Watch your step.
Kane tried to trip me up, conjuring an abstracted tentacle beneath my feet, trying to knock me into the void. Not so fast. Using my new powers, I was able to create a platform under me, sealing the hole so I wouldn't fall in.
What? But how?
You're not the only one who can create now. I took my chance to land a devastating abstracted attack, defeating the ringleader once and for all. He was now subdued enough for us to move where we needed.
It worked! Good job!
All thanks to you. But we better get Kane into the darkness before he lashes out again. Kinger and I took Kane into our shelter where he calmed down for now and began to discuss what our next actions would be. This seems to be working for now, but there has to be a way to remove the abstraction.
I've actually been working on something. It's experimental, but I might be able to make a cure.
Wait, seriously?
No promises it'll work, but it's worth a try, right? I'm missing 3 components to build a computer. Well, let's start by finding the PC monitor.
All right, then leave it to me. You stay here and make sure these guys stay calm. I left Kinger at the shelter and set off to begin my search for the missing ingredients.
Who was that guy?
On days 51 through 54, I was scouring the outside of the tent in hopes of finding the computer part Kinger asked for. If I were a PC monitor, where would I be? I looked all over the perimeter of the circus to no luck, but as I continued my search, I couldn't shake a strange feeling. Am I being watched? I turned around and fired an attack at a nearby tree. Sure enough, a little jester ran out from it in a panic. I knew it! Who are you? What do you think you're doing?
No, please. I come in peace. I'm a human like you.
Wait, really? But you weren't there on day 1.
That's because I'm new to the circus. My name is Pomni. I wanted to introduce myself formally, but when everything went down in the tent a few days ago, I came out here to hide.
Fair enough. It's always nice to meet someone like me. And maybe you can help. I explained to Pomni my plans to find the missing ingredients to Kinger's cure and how it was the only chance we had at saving my abstracted friends.
Now that you mention it, I think I saw a computer monitor not too long ago. Come with me.
I followed Pomni back into the tent and to the room hall where she led me to the entrance of Jax's room. We opened the door and sure enough, the PC monitor was waiting inside. That has to be it. I moved inside to grab it, but as I did, I stepped onto a hidden pressure plate. What the?
Look out!
A corrupted attack flew straight towards me, but before I was hit, Pomni intercepted the blow for me. Pomni! The attack began to corrupt her form, causing her to transform into a new empowered state. Something dark had taken over my new ally.
The computer belongs to me!
I prepared for battle as the corrupted jester flew in to attack. On days 55 through 57, I was locked in battle with Pomni as I desperately tried to wake her up from her trance. In her new form, she was able to use crushing magical attacks that did crazy damage to me. Her jester powers were upgraded tenfold, and now she had completely lost control of herself. I didn't want to hurt her, but if I didn't defend myself, I was done for. I tried to fight back with everything I had, but it was no use. She was too strong to defeat in her current state.
You won't stop me.
Pomni was about to hit me with another blow, but I used my new manifestation powers to create a cover for myself.
What is this?
Sorry, but you need to stay here. I used them once again, this time to create a structure to trap Pomni in place for now. I wanted to go for the computer part, but Pomni quickly broke through my cage, giving me no choice but to escape for now. This is bad. I need to get that part, but with Pomni guarding it, I don't stand a chance. As I was hiding, Pomni walked out, nearly spotting me. Luckily, I was able to stay hidden. I can't stay out here. Maybe Kinger can help me? I better head back to the shelter and regroup. With nowhere else to turn, I headed back towards the shelter in hopes of finding a new lead. On days 58 through 61, I arrived at the shelter to find Kinger waiting inside.
Oh, you're back. Did you get the part?
No, things are worse out there than I thought. I explained to Kinger the situation, telling him I had found the computer monitor and a new friend, but she was corrupted. I needed to get stronger.
The only one who would have a clue about that would be Kane, but he's abstracted.
I'm partially abstracted too, though. Maybe I can somehow get through to him.
No, don't! It's too dangerous to interact with him in that state.
I have to try. It's the only way to save Pomni and get the materials we need for the cure. I headed deeper into the shelter where I found Kane standing alone in the darkness. Kane, are you in there? Kane turned towards me aggressively. Whoa, I just want to talk. It's me, Mr. Ribbit. I just need to know where I can find one of your upgrades. Instead of attacking, he handed me a map. I managed to get through to him. Yes, this is just what I needed. Thank you, Kane. What's going on? Suddenly, Kane began to act erratically and lashed out at me. However, before I was hurt, Kinger ran in and intervened.
Jax's influence is getting stronger. You need to get out of here. I'll calm him down again.
Thanks, Kinger. I took the map and left the shelter while I still had the chance. I needed to cure my friends before it was too late. On days 62 through 64, I followed the map I had gotten from Kane to another part of the circus. There, I found one of his upgrades, but it was locked behind a strange puzzle. There it is, but how am I supposed to get that thing?
I might have an idea.
Just then, a strange toy-like character walked out to greet me. Who are you?
I'm a circus member like you. Name's Zubul. Kane always makes these things overly complicated, huh?
Tell me about it. But you said you might know how to crack it?
I think so, but I'm gonna need my spare arm if I want to try. It's inside of the chest in my room.
I'll get your arm back to you. Just hang on. I set off back towards the hollow rooms where I managed to locate Zubal's room. However, when I got there, I realized I was too big to fit through the door. Nothing a little brute force can't handle. Sorry, Zubal. I managed to smash through the entrance with my raw strength and made my way inside. Looking around, I spotted tons of parts, but soon discovered a chest that looked like it had what I needed. I opened it up to grab the part, but it had loads of different pieces inside. Which arm piece is the right one? Suddenly, I heard the sound of singing ringing through the hallway. I was running out of time.
Daisy, Daisy, give me your answer due.
Oh no, Jax is coming! Out of ideas, I grabbed everything out of the chest and ran away before Jax had a chance to spot me, returning back to Zubal with the new items.
Did you get it?
You should have been more specific. Will one of these do? I handed over the assortment of arms for Zubal to decide what was needed.
Not exactly what I had in mind, but let's see what you got here.
Zubal dug through the options and attached their new arm. They got to work on the puzzle, and to my surprise, they were able to crack it in no time.
Well, I'll be. You lucked out. Enjoy the upgrade. I'm gonna go find a place to relax.
Zubal left the area, and I finally grabbed the upgrade I had been seeking. Power surged through me as I grew even larger in size and gained access to new incredible powers. Got it! Now I just need to find Pomni and… Just then, an attack fired straight towards me. I turned and saw Pomni had decided to come to me instead. There you are! Bring on round 2! On days 65 through 67, I was locked in combat with the corrupted Pomni. She once again tried to trip me up with her powerful abilities, but little did she know I was much stronger now than I was before. I fought back with my new acid spit abilities, getting the edge on her in the fight.
What is this?
The true power of Mr. Ribbit! With one final blow, I managed to snap her out of her corrupted state, shrinking her back down to normal.
Ow! What happened?
I'm not sure, but I'm happy to see you're back.
I grabbed this while I was corrupted. I think you should have it.
To my surprise, Pomni handed over the computer monitor I had been searching for. Finally! The first piece to the cure! I better get this back to Kinger. With the part now in my possession, I parted ways with Pomni and returned to the shelter where I met up with Kinger once again. I got the monitor!
Nice. That's one piece to the puzzle. Now I just need you to find a couple more things and I can finish the cure.
Suddenly, the ground trembled violently under our feet. What was that?
The abstractions are getting worse as Jax's powers grow. I'm not sure how much longer the shelter will keep them calm.
Then we need to make this cure stacked.
How about you start looking for the keyboard next?
I'm on it. I'll start looking now. On days 68 through 72, I explored the circus in search of the next ingredient. As I searched, I managed to spot Jax from afar talking to another circus member. I laid low to eavesdrop on the situation to then realize the circus member was trapped in a cage. What is he up to? And who is that?
Let me go. This is just cruel.
No way. The fun has only just started. Now hand over the keyboard you found.
He lashed out at the terrified circus member, causing her to drop a keyboard. Wait, there it is! I need to get that for Kinger!
Thanks for the shiny new toy. Now I can do whatever I want with it.
Without warning, he used his dark power to tear open a portal and toss the keyboard through to the other side. No!
Whoops, my finger slipped.
Why are you doing this?
Because all of you circus members are working against me. You all hated me. The only one who understood me was Ribbit!
Ribbit wouldn't want you to act like this, though.
Don't you say her name! You didn't know her like I did, and now all of you will pay for taking her away from me!
But it's not too late. We could still help her, we just…
Quiet!
This is bad. I need to help her! Just as Jax was about to hurt the circus member, I jumped in and intervened, breaking the cage before it was too late. Run! She ran away, leaving me alone with the terrifying abstracted rabbit. I knew I was still no match for him.
You've taunted me for the last time. I'm ending this now.
With no way to win the battle, I ran away as Jax attacked. On days 73 through 75, I was being chased through the circus by the Abstracted Jax. As I was running, I thought I had spotted a gloink, but when I went to look again, it was gone. Did you see that? Rewatch the video at 0.25 speed and try to find the hidden gloink. I tried to make my way up towards the higher levels of the circus, but it was no use. Jax continued to follow after me.
Oh, you just made this more fun. Watch your step.
He sent abstraction attacks at me, forcing me to parkour over them from great height, but my luck was running out. Soon, one of his projectiles landed a clean blow, sending me plummeting towards the ground. Ah!
Don't worry, I've got you.
Suddenly, the circus member from before ran out and poured water onto the floor. Thanks to her, I was able to land safely. Thanks, Miss.
You can call me Gangle. Jax will be here any second now. Come with me.
I followed behind Gangle until we arrived at Kane's office, where she took me to one of his world orbs.
Jax threw the keyboard into this world. Hurry and get it before he finds out.
Thanks for everything, Gangle. I promise to save this place and everyone in it. Without a moment to waste, I jumped through the orb in hopes of getting the missing ingredient. On days 76 through 79, I arrived inside of the orb to find myself standing in a candy world. I looked around and saw 3 gummy gators looking at something on the ground. It was none other than the keyboard Jax had thrown in here. There it is! I tried to run in to pick up my prize, but the NPCs quickly stopped me.
Hey, who are you?
Yeah, that's our magic keyboard that fell from the sky.
No, wait! My name is Mr. Ribbit. I think this is all a big misunderstanding.
Well, I'm Gummy Goo. And that over there is Chad and Max.
Max, huh? That name sounds a lot like mine.
Really? It's not even close to Mr. Ribbit.
Well, I guess you're right.
In any case, what's this big misunderstanding you're talking about?
I actually really need that keyboard that fell from the sky. The fate of all my friends kind of rests on it.
Sorry, mate. Finders keepers.
Yeah, finders keepers.
Ah, come on, you two. He seems like a nice guy. Why not cut him some slack?
You want to hand it off for free? I know we made a gummy, but you've gone soft, mate.
Hey, who said it would be for free? How about this, Mr. Ribbit? You participated in a quiz show. If you win, the keyboard is yours. If not, then you gotta hightail it out of here.
I'm not one to back down from a challenge. All right, bring it on.
May the games begin!
Gummy Goo took me to another part of the candy world where the set of a quiz show had already been prepared for us. I took to the stage where Chad and Max joined me as my opponents.
You'll be up against my boys while I ask the questions.
Piece of cake.
Actually, this stage is made of ice cream, not cake.
That's not what I... never mind.
All right, question 1. What is the name of the popular fast food restaurant me and the boys frequent?
Oh, Spudsies.
Correct.
Hey, how am I supposed to know an answer like that? I just met you.
All right. How about this one? Question 2. What is the name of the ruler of Candy Canyon Kingdom?
Princess Lulalu.
Correct. See, my quiz is fair. Now, final question. The winner of this one takes the keyboard. What vegetable is Jax scared of?
Wait, he's scared of vegetables?
Who's Jax?
Yes, Mr. Ribbit?
Corn?
Correct.
Lucky guess. I mean, nailed it!
Well, I'm a gator of his word. The keyboard belongs to you now.
However, before I was granted my prize, a corrupted attack flew in out of nowhere, striking Gummy Goo. Oh no, not again! Just like Pomni before, he scaled up, corrupting into a new, terrifying, monstrous state.
You alright there, mate?
Gummy Goo turned and struck down his 2 friends in a single blow. Whatever had happened to him had made him rotten to the core. He set his sights onto me next, and I braced myself for battle. On days 84 through 86, I was locked in combat with the corrupted Gummy Goo. In his new form, he was able to unleash candy minions onto the area while also blasting me with his powerful revolver weapons. In his corrupted state, he was proving just how strong he had become. Unfortunately for him, I refused to back down easily. I fought back with everything I had, but the candy foes he was sending out were jumping onto me and exploding, doing crazy damage. Once they were all gone though, I was able to rush in and deal some good damage of my own. The 2 of us were evenly matched. It was anyone's game. I need to find a way to get an edge, but how? Just then, I remembered the keyboard Gummy Goo had on him. It was why I had to come here in the first place. I need to grab that no matter what. Here goes nothing! I unleashed my abstraction laser onto the monster, causing him to drop the keyboard I needed. I was able to snag the computer piece before it was too late. However, what came next was completely unexpected. I scaled up in size, upgrading to become even stronger in power. Whoa! Oh, that's exactly what I needed! With my new upgrade, I was able to turn my sights back on the Gummy Goo and continue the battle. He tried the best he could, but Gummy Goo was no match for my newfound strength. I managed to overwhelm him, causing him to shrink back to his normal form.
Nah, my head. What happened?
Jax corrupted you, but thankfully I was able to save you before it got too bad.
Jax? Why have I heard that name before? Wait, isn't that the guy that let the fudge into the Candy Canyon Kingdom?
Sounds like something he would do. That's why I need the keyboard. It's the only way to stop him.
That guy's a psycho. Why didn't you say something sooner? Take that keyboard and stop him before he makes things worse.
Gummy Goo used what little corruption power he had left to open a portal back to the circus for me.
Get out of here! Scrap!
Sheesh, I'm moving! I quickly hopped through the portal, warping back to the circus while I still could. On days 87 through 89, I teleported back to the circus in front of the shelter. To my surprise, Kinger wasn't alone. He was with Gangle, Zooble, Ragatha, and Pomni. Whoa, what are you guys doing here?
Isn't this cool? The whole gang's back together.
We thought we might as well work as a team. Kinger needed some help crafting the cure.
Well, here's the keyboard as requested. I handed over the second ingredient to Kinger.
This is perfect. Now we just need a hard drive and the computer will be finished, and I can complete the cure.
Where can I find it?
Well, that's the problem. Only Ribbit knew where to get it.
I think Ribbit was before our time here.
Yeah, sorry, but we can't help much on this one.
How about you, Ragatha?
Ribbit kept certain things secret. She probably only told Jax where to find it.
Well, there's no way he's telling us.
What if you just ask her?
She can't really talk right now. She's been abstracted.
Yes, but you said the abstractions come down in the dark. Maybe you can get a clue by seeing her.
That's actually not a bad idea, but I wouldn't stay in the cellar too long. Jax is bound to sense you down there.
Then I'll just have to make sure it's a quick visit. Leave it to me. If anyone can get through to my sister, it's me! Using his power, Kinger manifested an entrance into the cellar, allowing me to jump down into the dark depths below. Soon, I arrived inside of the cellar in search of my sister. Ribbit, are you here? Suddenly, one of the abstractions approached me, but even in her current state, I could tell who it was. Ribbit, I need to talk to you. You're the only one who can help us. The creature stepped forward and touched me, causing me to enter my thoughts. On days 90 through 92, I was transported into a dream world as my normal froggy self. There, standing before me, was my sister Ribbit. Ribbit? Is that really you?
Hey there, bro. It's been too long, but finally we can talk again.
I'm so sorry this happened to you. I miss you so much.
I miss you too, but there isn't much time. You said you needed my help?
Yeah, we're trying to make a cure, but we need the hard drive to do it. Nobody knows where to find it but you.
I never thought anybody would need that. It won't be easy to get.
Why is that?
The glowing queen has it, and happens as if she has better things.
If that's the only way to get it, then I have to try. Thanks for the lead. Our reunion was cut short as the world around us began to tremble violently. What's going on?
It looks like my time here's up. The abstraction is taking control again.
I promise I'll save you. You won't be stuck here forever.
Thanks, brother. I know I can count on you. Oh, and promise me one thing.
What is it?
Despite everything Jax has done, save him too. He's just lost like the rest of us. Good luck.
On days 93 through 95, I returned back to reality back in my upgraded form where Ribbit's abstraction began to lash out at me violently. She had lost control. Whoa, hey! Before things could get messy, a new portal back to the circus opened. I leapt through it and escaped. When I reached the other side, I was back at the shelter where Kinger was waiting for me. You pulled me out just in time. Thanks.
Did you get what you needed?
Sure did. Ribbit told me the glowing queen has the next part.
You can try to lure her out into the tent with this. She loves Spudsies.
Kinger handed me a burger to try and get the glowing queen's attention. It's worth a shot. Here goes nothing. I headed back into the circus where I tossed the burger onto the ground and called out for the queen. Mighty glowing queen, please come forward. I have an offering for you. Suddenly, the ground shook beneath me as the glowing queen emerged in all of her glory.
Who dares to disturb the beautiful and almighty glowing queen?
I come in peace. This Spudsy burger's for you. The glowing queen gobbled the burger up, only to shout in disgust.
Yuck! Pickles? What were you thinking?
Just take them off. Look, I just need the hard drive you're hoarding. Then I'll leave you alone.
No way. My treasure belongs to me, and me alone.
There has to be some way to prove myself.
Well, there is one way. If you can find all of my missing children, then I'll let you have the hard drive. They're scattered all over the circus.
Actually, I think I know where to look. I took the chance to gather up the gloinks. Luckily, I had seen them across the entirety of my journey. Here they are, all present and accounted for. Did you guys find all the gloinks? Watch the video back from the beginning and try to find them.
They're beautiful. Welcome home, my babies.
The hard drive?
Here you go.
Just then, a corrupted projectile flew straight towards the queen, hitting her full force. She grew even larger in size as the corruption took hold of her body. Oh no, not again! I prepared for battle as the corrupted glowing queen ready to attack. On days 96 through 98, I was locked in battle with the glowing queen, trying to snap her out of her corrupted state. Her surprisingly new corrupted state gave her the ability to conjure explosive balls of energy all around the area. When I ran into them, they did significant damage, but I continued to fight back to the best of my ability. I used all the attacks in my arsenal to try and take her down, but she was too tough. Come on, snap out of it! Suddenly, she landed a powerful slam attack, leaving me in a weakened state. Things were starting to look grim for me until out of nowhere, one of her glowing babies ran into the battle. Wait, she's calming down. Now's my chance! While her guard was lowered, I went in for the finishing hit. The glowing queen shrunk back to her original size as the corruption left her body.
Ow! What happened?
Jax was able to corrupt you, but thanks to your babies, I was able to snap you out of it.
I see. Well, if my children trust you enough to do that, then I guess I do too. Here, take your stupid hard drive.
The queen handed over the final computer part I was missing. Thank you!
Now, get out of my sight!
With that, I left the tent with the ingredient I had sought for in hand. I better get this to King or stat. Jax is growing stronger by the day. We don't have much time left. On day 99, I returned to the shelter to give Kinger the hard drive.
Mr. Ribbit, did you find the last item we were missing?
Sure did. Here you go. I handed over the hard drive and Kinger quickly got to work crafting the computer. Sure enough, when he got it working, he managed to complete the cure.
Eureka! It's done!
Ready to try it out?
For sure. You do the honors.
I took a bottle of the cure and headed deeper into the shelter where I found Kane standing alone. Hold still. You'll be feeling better in no time. I tossed the potion onto my friend, but to my disappointment, nothing happened. What? No! This can't be!
Looks like the corruption runs deeper than we thought. If we want to save the others, we'll need to stop the source first.
Wait, are you saying we need to cure Jax before we can save the others?
Unfortunately, yes. It won't be easy.
That's okay. I've been training for this moment. I'm not letting Jax abstract anyone else in this circus. Suddenly, the ground trembled underneath us as we realized something terrible was happening outside of the shelter. Speak of the devil, that has to be Jax.
It's now or never. Are you ready?
As ready as I'll ever be.
Take the cure with you. It could be the key to defeating Jax. And good luck. You're our last hope.
Thanks for everything. I'm gonna save all of you. I promise. I gathered all of my courage and stepped foot outside of the shelter to take on Jax. I was the circus's last hope. On day 100, I confronted Jax outside of the shelter as he waited for me to arrive. His smile grinned even larger than ever. Stop this, Jax. This ends here.
It's you again. You're not stopping me.
Please, you don't have to do this. We can work together to save Ribbit and the others.
Don't you dare say her name. You did this.
It was an accident. I would never hurt my sister.
Say what you want to make yourself feel better, but I see the truth. And now, I'm taking you all down with me.
Sorry, but I can't let that happen. I promised Ribbit I would save you, and I intend to keep that promise.
You can try, but this ends here and now.
Without hesitation, the abstracted rabbit came after me with all of his might. The time for the final battle had arrived. He unleashed his attacks onto me, quickly showing why he was the strongest foe I had faced over the course of my journey. But I wasn't gonna let things end here. Using all of the abilities I had learned, I gave the battle everything I had. We were neck and neck.
You've gotten stronger. I'm impressed, but it won't be enough.
Jax tried to surprise me with a punch attack, but I was able to use my frog legs to leap into the air, dodging it. Sorry, but I think it's time you had a taste of your own medicine. I landed a devastating blow that left Jax vulnerable.
What are you waiting for? Finish me off.
No, even you deserve a second chance. I took out the cure and threw it onto Jax, unsure of what would happen. However, to my surprise, the cure worked, transforming the corrupted Jax back into his normal purple self.
Why? After everything I did, you still spared me?
It's what Ribbit wanted. And now that you're cured, it's time to save the others. Together, we returned to the shelter where the team had gathered the corrupted circus members, including Ribbit. I got to work curing the members inside and finally turned them back to normal.
I knew you had it in you, bro.
I was only able to pull it off thanks to your help. Suddenly, my body began to glitch out. Something somewhere had gone terribly wrong. What's happening to me?
Brother, no!
I tried to resist it as much as I could, but I wasn't strong enough. Soon, I vanished into thin air, unsure of where I would be taken and what would become of my digital body. On day 1, I spawned in as Baby Gummy Goo with my friends, Max and Chad. My mom and dad were watching over me, overjoyed that I was now a part of the village.
Welcome home, son.
You look so handsome with your little hat.
Mom, come on, I'm with my friends. Suddenly, the ground trembled around us and a terrifying mass of chocolate goo emerged from the chocolate river. We were being attacked by the fudge.
What's this? A little candy village? If Princess Lulu won't let me into the Candy Canyon Kingdom, then this place will just have to do.
The fudge began to attack my people, killing and swallowing up one gummy crocodile after another. Oh no, this is terrible! He then turned towards my mom and I, but before he could get his tendrils on us, my dad jumped in and intervened.
Leave my family alone!
Using his revolvers, my dad fired a flurry of bullets onto the fudge. However, his attacks weren't enough to stop the monstrous blob from squashing him next. Dad, no!
We have to run. Hurry, boys.
I tried to escape with my mom and friends, but it wasn't long before the fudge set his sights on us again.
Come back here!
The fudge smashed through the village and launched a ball of fudge straight towards us, but my mom jumped in to take the blow. She survived, but I could tell something was terribly wrong. Mom, are you okay?
I'm fine. Keep running.
We all continued to run before the fudge had the chance to finish us off for good. On day 2, Max, Chad, and I took my mom to cover behind a giant donut as the fudge continued his hunt for us. With one look at my mom, I could tell she was gravely ill. What did that monster do to you? We have to help.
We don't have much at the village, but maybe the syrup from the Candy Canyon Kingdom could help me.
It's worth a shot. Looks like we're going on a heist, boys. Thinking quickly, we carved into a nearby donut to create a makeshift shelter to protect my mom. We then set off together towards the Candy Canyon Kingdom in search of the magical syrup. After some travel, we finally arrived at the massive kingdom, only to find that the gates were being guarded by a massive gummy elephant alongside Princess Lulu-Lalu's mannequin army. They couldn't make it too easy for us. We'll need to find another way in.
How are we gonna get inside with the castle surrounded by this molten chocolate moat?
Oh, I know. There's a spot around back where the moat is lower. We can just walk across.
Good thinking, Chad. We just need to get over there without being spotted. My friends and I tried to stealth around the perimeter of the castle walls, taking cover in the trees to stay hidden from the mannequin guards. When we reached the back of the castle, there was a small land bridge across with a weak part of the wall. Hiding behind a corner was a strange garden gnome. What is this doing here?
Well, that's one of them Easter eggs I've been hearing about.
Easter eggs?
Yeah, there's probably more of them around. They're well hidden, so they can be hard to spot sometimes.
There should be 5 more of them. Try to find all of them and leave a comment if you did.
Who are you guys talking to? We have to move. Let's break through this wall. Using our combined power, my friends and I broke through the wall. But to our horror, Princess Lulu-Lalu was standing on the other side.
Bandits! Capture them, guards!
The Princess's guards came bolting after us, and we all made a break for it into the castle. On day 3, we were being chased by mannequin guards into the castle. The 3 of us darted through the halls to avoid our pursuers until we finally arrived at the syrup supply room. Quick, everyone hide inside the syrup! The 3 of us dove into the syrup storage container, only for an intense sensation to come over our bodies. My friends and I all transformed into adults, gaining 5 more hearts and new powers.
What just happened?
I don't know, but this is awesome!
Suddenly, the guards were seen approaching the room. We were out of time. I'll hold these guys off. You both prepare a way to haul his stuff out of here.
Roger.
Chad and Max got to work, while I used my strength to fend off the incoming guards. Armed with my new Gummy Chomp attack, I was no longer defenseless. I used my power to fight off the hordes of enemies, but even though I was able to defeat them, more reinforcements were on the way.
The tank is drained. Take this and let's get out of here.
I grabbed the giant barrel of syrup and put it in my inventory. The 3 of us rushed towards the walls where Max had rigged some TNT already. We ignited it, blowing up the walls and escaping with the syrup barrel in my possession. Time to save my mom. Just as we thought we had made it out, a group of strangers stopped us in our tracks. Looks like we have company, boys. On days 4 through 7, our heist was interrupted by a group of people we had never seen before.
All right, you're all coming with us.
What makes you think we'll listen to you?
Oh, I was hoping you wouldn't.
Without warning, the purple rabbit attacked me. I tried to fend him off with my upgraded strength, but he was quick on his feet and landed a mean punch. Just as I thought I was about to be bested, Max intervened, helping me knock the enemy away.
Let's get out of here.
The 3 of us ran through the group and made a run for the hills. We're gonna make it!
Oh, no you don't. Get him, Pomni.
Wait, what? No!
The rabbit hit his clown friend, sending her flying our direction. Huh? The clown crashed into me with enough force to send me clipping through the floor and falling through the map. On days 8 through 10, I landed inside of a strange digital realm I had never seen before. Where am I? I began exploring the area until I found a location where characters were standing in a line like statues. Hey, this is me and my friends. What is this place? I looked behind me and spotted a letter lying on the ground. I then picked it up and began to read what was inside. There is more beyond just the Candy Canyon Kingdom, and at the center of it all is the Digital Circus. Entities that reside outside of the circus are known as NPCs. They're lesser beings. If an NPC explores the realm outside of the kingdom and gathers all 6 candy relics, they will obtain ultimate power and become a main character. I'm an NPC? But our lives are just as important as anyone else's. I'll find those relics, get the power of a main character, and save my village from the fudge. Just then, I heard the sound of something closing in behind me. I turned around and saw I was being ambushed by digital entities. On days 11 through 14, I was defending myself from the menacing digital monsters. They were beginning to overpower me, but just as I thought I was done for, the clown from before intervened.
Leave him alone!
Using her firecracker powers, the girl helped me fight off the enemies until none of them remained. Why'd you help me? Weren't you one of those people trying to stop me earlier?
Because you seem like a good person. I'm sure there was a reason why you stole that syrup in the first place.
My village is in trouble, and I think finding this so-called circus and the candy relics inside are what I need to save it.
Did you say circus? That's where I'm from. My name's Pomni. If the circus is the key to saving your village, I'll help you find it.
I followed Pomni through the digital realm, trying to ignore all of the lifeless assets surrounding us. Eventually, we both discovered a portal waiting for us. Does this go where I think it does?
There's only one way to find out.
With nowhere else to go, we walked towards the portal and passed right through it. When we emerged on the other side, we had arrived inside of the circus.
We made it. Now we just need to watch out for Kane.
Who's Kane? Just then, a ringmaster appeared before us out of thin air.
Pomni, you're back early. Uh-oh, looks like one of the NPCs got out. Time to lock this place down.
Suddenly, Kane used his magic powers to make the portal behind us disappear.
Sit tight, Candy Critter. Soon this will all have been just a bad dream.
Before Kane could hurt me, Pomni launched a barrage of fireworks to distract him.
Hide!
On days 15 through 17, I ran into a hiding spot as Pomni continued to keep Kane occupied. She couldn't keep it up for long as he teleported Pomni out of his way.
What was that for? Now I have to look for the runaway.
The terrifying ringmaster began to scour the circus for me, and I took my chance to search for an exit. Eventually, I found a strange door, and I figured it was my best bet out of here. All right, Gummy Goo, you've got one shot at this. I trekked closer and closer towards it, but before I could reach my goal, Kane appeared in front of me.
There you are, you rascal!
He unleashed a laser attack at me, but I was able to narrowly dodge it and run. Kane chased behind and fired more attacks at me, his overwhelming power pushing me more and more to my limits. Things were looking grim until I heard Pomni call out to me.
Over here!
I followed the sound of her voice and found her standing next to a strange passage in the ground.
I'll keep him away. Good luck.
Without warning, Pomni pushed me into a weird pit, sending me falling into the unknown. On days 18 through 21, I landed at the bottom of the pit to find myself in another part of the circus. Standing before me was the first candy relic. There it is! I made my way towards it, but before I could get my hands on it, the glowing queen slithered out from around the corner.
That's my precious candy. You can't have it.
She came after me, and I braced myself for battle. The glowing queen used her larger size to her advantage, trying to squash me with her stomp attack. Hasn't your mom taught you to share?
No, everything here is mine.
She continued to chase me while trying to eat me in the process. At this rate, I knew I wouldn't win, but I noticed a weak point in the wall and got an idea. Hey, over here, ugly!
That's no way to speak to royalty.
I lured the queen towards the weak wall, and I jumped out of the way as she charged into it. She collided with the wall with massive force and became dazed temporarily, buying me just enough time to go for the relic. That relic is mine! I snagged my prize, causing my form to change once again. I grew bigger and stronger in size, as well as gained 5 more hearts and 2 revolver weapons. Armed with my new guns, I shot down the glowing queen, defeating her once and for all. 1 down, 5 more to go. Just then, Pomni ran into the room.
I'm so glad you're okay, but we need to hurry. Jax was able to capture your friends.
Oh no! Please, take me to them! I then followed Pomni out of the cave and back up towards the circus. On days 22 through 25, Pomni and I returned to the circus the way we came. She then led me to a portal back to the Candy Canyon Kingdom. When I arrived there, I found Max and Chad trapped in a cage. Standing before both of them was Princess Lulilalu and the other members of the Digital Circus.
Thank you for apprehending the bandits, brave warriors. Now we can begin the execution.
Execution? I knew that things would only get worse if I did nothing, so I ran in to intervene. Leave my friends alone!
Gummy, we're so glad to see you.
You dare to come back? You'll be executed too. Get him, guards!
Her guards then swarmed in on me from the castle. Before they could close in, though, the ground began to tremble around the Candy Canyon Kingdom.
What's happening?
Suddenly, a towering, monstrous form smashed through the wall of the kingdom. It was the Fudge.
Oh, finally, I'm free to eat the whole delicious kingdom.
He barreled towards us to begin his attack. On days 26 through 28, the circus crew ran for their lives and the Fudge began terrorizing the kingdom. His hunger was insatiable, and he used his immeasurable power to consume everything around him. The guards tried to stand against him, but he swallowed them up like they were snacks.
It was so rude of you to banish me from the kingdom, all for eating a few tasty townsfolk. Now I'm hungrier than ever.
With every guard he consumed, he seemed to grow stronger and stronger. The Fudge had thrown everything into chaos. But while things were out of control like this, I had a chance to save my friends. Enough dilly-dallying. Let's get out of here. I used my guns to blast apart the cage and free Max and Chad from their prison.
Thanks, mate. I was going stir-crazy in there.
You can thank me later. We gotta run. With both of my friends free, we fled the kingdom together. Once we had put some distance between us and the Fudge, we found some cover.
Crikey, that was close. You saved our hides back there, Gummy.
You sure did. You still have the syrup?
You bet I do. Now let's get this back to Mom before things get even worse. The 3 of us left the area, hoping it wasn't too late to save her. On days 29 through 32, we got back to the village only to find that the place was in ruins. There was chocolate fudge everywhere and there was no survivors.
Oh no, the Fudge's attack totally destroyed the place.
But we can't give up. Please hang in there a little longer, Mom. I'm coming for you. I navigated past the ruined village and into the donut lands until I reached the shelter I had built for my mom. To my relief, she was still inside. Mom? Are you okay?
Gummy Goo? I'm glad you're here, son, but I'm feeling weak.
It's okay. Drink this. I gave her some syrup and she drank it slowly. Although it caused her to heal up a little, it was not enough to cure her.
I don't think it worked.
Thank you for trying, dear. But I think we have to search for something strong enough to defeat the fudge if we're to rid my body of his curse.
That's right. We have to find the candy relics.
You know about those? Then please, take this map. The next relic should be sealed inside the candy corn jungle. Oh, you've grown up so much already. Your father would be proud.
I love you, Mom. Guys, you two think you could look after her while I go look for those?
No questions asked, Mike. Good luck.
I took the map and set off while Max and Chad stayed behind to watch over my sick mother. On days 33 through 35, I arrived at the location on the map. I had been led to the candy corn jungle. Mom said the next relic is hiding somewhere around here. I better get searching. I scoured the candy corn jungle for the relic, but was unable to find anything. Suddenly, I heard something shuffling in the lollipop trees around me. Who goes there? I didn't hesitate and turned, firing my weapon into the lollipop trees. This caused a candy monkey to fall down before me. The call of this candy monkey caused more shuffling sounds to come from the trees above. That's when a horde of candy monkeys dropped down and came after me. I used my new powers to fight them off. They were bloodthirsty, but I was much stronger and was able to take them down one after the other. You can't stop me! Out of nowhere, a massive candy monkey dropped down behind me.
Intruders will die!
He attacked me and immediately overpowered me. His strength was far greater than my own. I turned and ran through the woods to try and escape as the massive candy monkey charged after me. He was fast, and I could feel him gaining on me with every passing second. I thought I was gonna get caught until I spotted a nearby temple in the distance. Knowing that the massive candy monkey would rip me apart if he caught me, I jumped inside the temple to take cover. On days 36 to 39, I entered the temple to find the second candy relic sitting on the other side of a pit of lava. This looks dangerous, but I can't leave without that relic. I used the candy platforms floating on the lava to begin jumping across the pit. As I approached the other side of the pit, I realized that the heat of the lava was breaking the platforms apart. Who thought candy and lava would mix well together? I moved faster, platforming my way to the other side as quickly as I could as the candy platforms broke apart behind me. The final platform I had to jump to was as thin as a candy cane. If I misstepped at all, I would fall into the lava. Here goes nothing. Luckily, I managed to make the jump and land on the other side of the pit. I had reached the relic. Without hesitation, I grabbed it. I gained 5 hearts and new powers. One step closer to saving Mom. Despite this victory, I felt the room begin to tremble around me. I looked at the pedestal the relic had been sitting on and saw that there was a pressure plate before it. I had set off a trap. This place is coming down. I have to get out of here. I couldn't go back the way I came, so I ran deeper into the temple in hopes of finding a way out. On days 40 through 43, I was running for my life as the candy temple collapsed around me. I evaded incoming rubble, strafing side to side as I ran to avoid the debris that fell from the ceiling. I saw an exit up ahead and picked up the pace, running straight for it, but a large chunk of rubble fell in front of me, blocking my path. Out of my way! I used my newly acquired dynamite powers to blast through the blockage and clear my path. This allowed me to keep moving. I managed to escape the temple just as it collapsed entirely behind me. There was now nothing left of it but rubble. Sheesh! Everything here wants to kill me! Just then, I noticed something sticking out of the rubble. I investigated and found that it was some kind of map. I picked it up and saw that it was titled Candy Relic. Is this another clue? Lucky! I left the temple behind, following the directions on the map. Eventually, it led me to discover a portal. Another one? Well, here goes nothing. I passed through it, and when I emerged on the other side, I found a giant theme park that was near the circus. The next candy relic must be hidden in here somewhere. Just then, I spotted Kane flying through the sky nearby. I couldn't let him see me, so I scrambled to find somewhere to hide. On days 44 through 46, I managed to find a hiding place to take cover from Kane. Fortunately, I was well hidden, and he didn't spot me yet. I gotta lay low. I can't risk him finding me. I had to stay out of Kane's sight while still searching for the relic, so I began stealthing around the amusement park to avoid him. As I made it to another hiding spot, I found that Zubul was already there.
What's an NPC doing here?
Ah! Please don't tell Kane! I just came for the candy relic.
Jeez, calm down. I don't really care what you're up to. And if it's candy you're looking for, I saw Jax messing with a candy something or other by the roller coaster.
That's actually really good to know. Thanks, Zub.
I don't really care.
I made my way to the roller coaster and saw Jax next to it. He was messing with the next candy relic just like Zubul said. I tried to sneak towards it and grab it without him noticing, but once I got close, he turned around and spotted me. You!
I wanted to see an execution, you loser. You just had to go and ruin it by getting your 2 friends out of there, huh?
The fudge terrorized the whole city. He probably executed like 100 people. What more could you want?
No, he ate them. I wanted an execution. And if you're gonna be a smart aleck about it, then I'll just do it myself.
He grabbed the relic, causing him to transform into a stronger form. I didn't have time to react as he charged at me. On days 47 to 50, I was fighting the empowered Jax. He was armed with 2 massive hammers. Every time he landed a hit with them, he dealt major damage. I fought back with my own powers, but his empowered form was able to take everything I threw at it. The relic had made him too strong.
Giving up already, huh? Come on, at least make this a little interesting, man.
Whatever you say. I hit Jax with my dynamite attack aimed right at his feet. While he stumbled, it gave me an amazing idea on how to end this once and for all. I quickly climbed onto the track of the roller coaster and started to climb.
Get back here!
He chased after me, but he didn't expect me to ride up the ramp on a cart. Look out below!
I didn't think this one through.
I crashed into him with the roller coaster, knocking him back and causing him to drop the relic and return to his normal form.
Ah, wow. Do you enjoy being a buzzkill or something?
I grabbed the relic and powered up, gaining 5 hearts and new powers. Any last words?
Last words? You really don't know me at all. Kane! Found the NPC!
Without warning, Kane appeared behind me.
Thanks, Jax. I'll take good care of him.
What? No! Before I knew what was happening, he made me vanish into thin air. On days 51 to 54, I appeared in a cage surrounded by other NPCs like me. I knew I had to get out of here. My mom was still waiting for me. You there, where am I?
The NPC storage room. Kane keeps us here until he needs to use us for one of his adventures.
So you're NPCs just like me?
That's right, although he tends to just make new characters, so most of us have been here for a long time.
I don't have that luxury. My mom and friends need me now.
Well, we've been down here for quite a while, and none of us have been able to get out.
Surely there's a way.
Well, there was this one guy that got out, but Kane got to him quick and deleted him from existence.
That's terrible. I'll have to start looking for a better way to get everyone out. I looked around the room, trying to think of a way to escape when I suddenly spotted a button on the wall. That's when an idea popped into my head. I'll shoot my way out of here. I fired the bullet and it was a clean shot, nailing the button. The cage then crumbled, freeing all of the NPCs within my prison cell.
You actually broke us out of here? But we're just NPCs. Where will we go now? Kane is gonna find out all about this and hunt us down.
NPC or not, our lives have value. Now free the rest of the NPCs and run before Kane finds us.
Will do. Thank you.
The NPC then ran off to free the rest of the prisoners and I split off to find my own way out. On days 55 to 57, I was roaming the depths of the storage area when I heard Kane approaching. I need to find a way out of here, quick! I then turned a corner and spotted an exit door. There's my way out. I made a break for it, but just before I could run through, it shut in front of me. Looks like there are safety measures in place. I'm gonna have to move quick. I spotted another exit and ran for it, but it shut before me too. Surely there's another one somewhere. I quickly ran around the area and spotted one last door. I ran as fast as I could, knowing that this was my last chance to escape. Just before I was able to run through the exit, I heard a scream for help. I could hear someone calling for help, but I was running low on time. Every second I spend in here, Mom's condition could be growing worse. I have to leave now, but I can't.
Someone! Anyone!
No, I can't turn my back on someone in trouble. Hang on, I'm coming. I followed the screams and eventually came across the NPC from before, pinned under a heavy chunk of rubble.
Please help me. I can't move.
I'll get you out. I called upon the strength I had and unleashed a dynamite attack into the rubble, destroying it and freeing the NPC.
Thanks again. I managed to get the others freed, but I accidentally set off a trap and got left behind.
A trap? Who would be leaving traps down here in this barren wasteland?
Kane set them up in case of scenarios like this. Unfortunately, I was a victim and almost got stuck here.
Well, you're free now. Get out of here. They ran away and I made my way back to the door. But before I could make my escape, Kane appeared in front of me. I had been caught. On days 58 through 61, I was face to face with Kane.
Well, looky here. Looks like I caught the little troublemaker. Really love your spirit, but on account of all the problems you've caused, I'm afraid I'll have to get rid of you.
No, please wait. Before Kane could delete me, however, a fudge monster closed in overhead.
What in the name of the circus are you?
The monster attacked Kane and he quickly sprung into action, fighting back against it. I helped him fight off the beast, knowing full well that this had to be the work of the fudge. With Kane's magic energy and my good old-fashioned dynamite, we both stood a chance against the beast. Together, we were able to take it down. But once we did, Kane started looking around like he was feeling uneasy.
Something is very wrong. You, come with me.
Kane then used his powers to create another doorway out of here. What? So you can try and delete me again?
Oh, that's ancient history. You should really be focusing on what's important right now, you know?
I followed Kane through the door and into another room with a zoo. What I saw was that all the animals had been turned into fudge. The zebras were fudge, the cows were fudge, and even the pigs were fudge.
Not my precious animals! What's going on here?
The fudge. His power must be spreading to the circus too. Just then, I looked further in to see mini versions of the fudge running around the zoo.
You, go to the lion exhibit and grab the candy relic from there. I'll take care of these fudge guys.
I accepted Kane's request and headed for the lion exhibit while Kane fended off the fudge monsters. On days 62 to 64, I was running towards the lion exhibit to grab the next relic. When I arrived, I saw that the relic was sitting on a pedestal under a tree. However, the fudge had also infected the lion, who had now been turned into a fudge lion. He looks like he's sleeping. I better stay sharp and out of his reach. I snuck into the exhibit and made a break for the relic, hoping the lion would not spot me before I reached it. Unfortunately, just when I was about to grab the relic, the lion woke up. He quickly lunged towards me, ready to strike me down. I managed to evade his attacks, but the lion was ruthless and kept attacking. I hopped on the tree and fought back with my dynamite explosives to try and keep it away from me. Eventually, I put enough distance between us to where I had enough time to grab the relic. As I touched it, I gained 5 hearts and a new candy breath power. Let's see you sink your teeth into this! I used my new powers that the relic had granted me to slay the fudge lion. As the lion fell, Kane appeared before me.
Not bad. I have to say you're the most useful NPC I've ever made. Probably thanks to that new AI I was trying out. I'll tell you what, since I'm feeling generous, you can stick around for now. Enjoy the circus!
Kane vanished into thin air once again, leaving me with access to the entire circus. That guy's off his rocker. But if he's leaving me alone now, then at least my quest should be a little easier. With the rest of the circus to explore, I continued searching for more relics. On days 65 to 67, I emerged back at the circus, keeping a sharp eye out for the next candy relic. I now have full reign of the circus. I wonder where I should go first. I navigated the circus further, making my way to the dorms of the main characters. I wonder what it's like inside one of these rooms. I opened one of the doors at random. Once I did, I realized that it was Kaufmo's room. The walls inside had unnerving text scrawled all over them. Whoever lives here needs serious help. I shut the door, disturbed by what I had seen, and continued on without a word. Continuing through the circus, I eventually came upon an arcade. Whoa, this feels like a real throwback. I explored the arcade and got absorbed in all the games and bright colors. One particular cabinet caught my attention with a sign beside it. If it's a relic you seek, then take a peek. A peek? Is it linked to this game somehow? I turned on the cabinet, but I suddenly found myself surrounded by some kind of strange magical energy. Before I could do anything, I was sucked into the game. On days 68 to 72, I appeared inside of a game level where a platforming challenge was laid out before me. I was standing on a platform over a pit of water. I looked at the corner of the room and saw a lives counter on the wall. All I had was 3 lives. I must have been sucked inside of the game. How am I gonna get out of here? I peered over the edge of the platform down at the water. I decided to jump down, hoping I could swim through it. But when I hit it, I was teleported back to the beginning of the platform challenge. I looked up and realized that one of my lives was gone. I don't want to find out what happens when they hit 0. Looks like I'm playing this level. I jumped from one platform to the next with ease. Eventually, I landed on a platform which turned out to be made of ice. The lack of friction caused me to slide forward and slip off the platform. I fell into the water and lost my second life. I only had 1 left. This is my last shot. I better not mess it up. I tried the platforming challenge again, quickly making my way back to the platform before the icy one. This time I was ready and accounted for the slipperiness when I jumped onto it. As I slid forward, I jumped as I reached the edge of the platform and landed on the other side of the pit. I had completed the platforming challenge. Fanfare played and fireworks went off behind me in a celebration of my victory. New high score! With that, I was sent back to the arcade. Everything was the same as it was, but the arcade machine had dispensed a map. This must be a clue to the next relic. I better check it out. I made my way through the arcade, following the directions on my new map. On days 73 to 75, I was following my new clue as I left the arcade behind and headed to the main area of the circus. To my surprise, I saw my friends Chad and Max running up to me. What are you guys doing here?
We were looking for you. Your mum's condition is getting worse. She doesn't have much time left.
You mean you just left her?
I mean, listen, we didn't want to, but when she heard there was only one relic left, she insisted on sending the both of us to help you find it. Besides, we have a better chance if we find it together.
That's right, we can handle ourselves in a fight.
Suddenly, a fudge monster dropped in before us.
Must consume candy.
Look out! The monster attacked my friends and I. It began focusing its attacks on Max and Chad, but I defended them with my attacks. It's too dangerous for you two to be here. I'll find the last two relics and heal Mom as fast as I can. My friends ran off and I clashed with the fudge monster again. I used everything I had to defeat the beast, but my strength was not enough to take him down. The beast was enraged and charged towards me. I had no choice but to use my last resort. Take this! I threw dynamite at the creature, blasting a hole in the ground. The creature fell through it, but so did I. On days 76 to 79, I landed in a new area. Fortunately, I had managed to survive the fall. Looking around, I discovered the fifth relic waiting for me. However, I was not the only one who had fallen in and survived.
Must consume sweet candy.
The fudge monster came for me again and landed a heavy blow. I knew I couldn't beat him by myself. The relic was my best bet. I sprinted as fast as I could down the hallway in hopes of getting the relic before he could catch me. Luckily, I managed to grab it, gaining 5 hearts and new powers. Alright, tough stuff, time for round 2. I called upon my new bubblegum bullets, firing multiple sticky rounds at the fudge monster and slowing it down. It tried to charge towards me, but thanks to my new powers, I was able to fend him off. Let's end this! I closed in on the fudge monster and dealt a clean killing blow, defeating it for good. I have to check on Max and Chad and make sure they're okay. Suddenly, the fudge appeared behind me.
Don't you worry about that.
He then used his overwhelming strength to strike me, and soon everything went dark. On days 80 to 83, I awoke in a very chocolatey part of the Candy Canyon. There, the fudge was looming over me, and I realized I was in a cage with my friends and the circus members.
You will all soon see what happens when you try to deny me the candy I deserve.
The fudge left, and I was alone with everyone in the cage.
Gummy Goo! You're okay.
What are you guys doing here?
The fudge has taken over the circus and captured everyone. We were hoping Kane would come save us eventually.
How long have you all been here?
Days, not that you actually care or anything.
Are you still mad about the execution thing?
What gave it away, huh?
I can't stay here for days. My mom's condition is getting worse. I'm sorry, Max and Chad. If you guys hadn't come after me, you wouldn't be in this position.
Hey, don't talk like that, boss. We'll help you out of this one.
It's right. Quit feeling sorry for yourself. We've never abandoned you before, and we won't start now.
Thanks, guys. Let's find a way to break out of here. On days 84 to 86, I was trying to chip away at the cage my friends and I were locked in. I chucked dynamite at it to try and break it open, but nothing seemed to make a dent in it.
Step aside. Let me give it a go.
Chad then stepped up trying to smack the cage, but his efforts didn't make a difference either.
Well, I'm out of ideas.
Me and the other circus members want to get out of here too. Maybe something we have could help break us out.
It's worth a shot.
Everyone, empty your pockets.
The group then dropped everything they had in a pile for us to examine. Pomni and I then looked through the pile of junk in hopes of finding something useful to use.
This could work.
Pomni then picked up the hammer from the pile and then tried smashing the cage walls with it. After a few attempts, it was clear that it wasn't gonna work. Dang it! Is that everything we have?
Everything except something from Jax.
You expect me to help this guy? Clearly I made my hatred for him too subtle.
Oh, come on! We're gonna get turned to fudge food here!
Jax, can you stop being a jerk for 1 second? If we don't get out of here, you'll never get to witness another execution again.
Okay, you make a compelling argument. Fine, stand back.
She cleared the way for Jax, and he took out a giant bowling ball, placing it on the ground and rolling it into the side of the cage at full force. It was enough to shatter the walls of the cage. It worked! I stepped out and heard alarms going off in the area. While we were free, I knew more trouble was on the way. On days 87 to 89, a swarm of fudge minions charged into the area to stop us. I fought them off using my gummy abilities as my friends and the members of the Digital Circus provided backup. Jax rolled his bowling ball through the army of fudge monsters while Pomni used her circus magic and hammer. One by one, I was able to knock multiple fudge goons down. And with the help of my friends, we were able to stand up to the Fudge's forces. Keep it up, we're almost out of here.
Not so fast.
Suddenly, a fudge monster managed to sneak up on me. I tried to fight him off, but he had caught me by surprise and his bite attacks were dealing heavy damage to me.
None will escape our hunger.
Just then, Princess Lulilalu ran in out of nowhere to help me.
Sorry, I think you've had plenty.
She then hit him with a sugar blast attack, killing it instantly. Thanks to the help of my friends, all of the mini fudge goons had been eliminated and we won the battle. Thanks, Princess. You really saved me there.
It's not over yet. There's one more getting away. Look!
I looked over and noticed that there was one stray fudge minion we had missed and he was running away.
The fudge will hear about this.
Oh no, he won't! I chased after him, but as I turned a corner, I accidentally fell into a bottomless pit made by the fudge. On days 90 to 92, I landed at the bottom of the pit to find myself in a dark void. I don't think I'm in the circus anymore. I explored the strange realm of nothingness, unsure of which way to go or what I was meant to be looking for. Out of the corner of my eye, I saw a figure pass by. Hey, wait, come back! I chased after them and eventually my chase led to the final candy relic. The figure stepped forward and I was shocked as it was revealed to be my dad. Dad? Is that you?
I'm a memory of your dad, but I still carry all of his same emotions. I'm so proud of how far you've come.
But Mom is still sick. What if I fail? What if she dies because I can't save her?
With the power of the candy relics, anything is possible. I know you can finish your quest and save your mother. I love you, son.
Before my eyes, my dad vanished into thin air, leaving me feeling emotional. Knowing I had to move quickly, I grabbed the final relic. I gained 5 hearts and new powers. With all the relics now in my possession, I had become a main character. Watch out, Digital Circus! A new main character has arrived! Suddenly, the ground began to tremble and I knew in my heart that something was horribly wrong. Just then, an abstracted entity smashed through the wall before me. On days 93 to 95, I was face to face with the abstracted entity. Just looking at it made a chill run down my spine. I knew that whatever this entity was, it was bad news. I gotta get out of here. I ran from the entity, but it didn't pursue. All it did was stand in place and watch me ominously. Despite this, wherever I ran, the entity was waiting for me there, perfectly still.
Join us, amigo.
What are you?
We are the abstraction, and now that you are a main character, we will consume you next.
Without it even touching me, I began to take damage. I tried to run, but the abstracted world shifted around me, doing more unseen damage, and soon I was at low health. I thought I was surely gonna die, but just as I was about to give up, I spotted a portal a short distance away. If I don't take this chance, I'm as good as dead. I ran for the portal and escaped through it, unsure where it would take me, but knowing that it was my only choice. On days 96 to 98, I arrived on the other side of the door and found myself back in the Candy Canyon. Kane, the other circus members, and my friends were waiting for me.
Gummy Goo! So glad to see you're not a horrifying, grotesque blob made entirely of eyes.
Thanks? Were you the one who made that door?
That's right! I had a feeling you might be stuck in the void. Good to see it worked. Last guy who went through a door I made became a horrifyingly grotesque blob.
Okay. I get the picture. Look, I got all 6 candy relics. I'm a main character now, and I think it's time we stop the fudge for good and save my mom.
That's the spirit.
But I'm not sure I can do it alone. I looked around at everyone. They all went quiet. I began to lose hope until Pomni spoke up.
I'll help.
Me too.
You can count on me, mate.
One after another, everyone spoke up and declared that they would help me stop the fudge. All except Jax. Everyone turned to look at him expectantly.
Well, I suppose being eaten by the fudge would stink. If I were eaten by any candy, it'd be a gummy bear. I'll help too.
The rest of the circus members cheered as Jax agreed to help. I officially had everyone on my side. Next stop, the Candy Canyon Kingdom. On day 99, we arrived at the Candy Canyon Kingdom to find the place in shambles. There were fudge minions everywhere. All right, everyone, let's reclaim the kingdom. Hall is one, my friends, the circus members, and I charged in for the final battle. We were met head-on by swarms of fudge guards. The ruined kingdom became our battlefield as we clashed with the monsters. I called upon all the powers I gained over the course of my journey to cut down as many of them as I could. Around me, my friends and the circus members did the same, hitting the fudge guards with everything they had and killing many of them. Thanks to everyone's help, it looked like we were gonna be victorious after all. Suddenly, I felt the battlefield shake beneath my feet and looked up to hear an explosion going off in the distance. What was that?
Sounds like it came from the direction of the donut fields.
Oh no, that's where Mom is!
You gotta go and make sure she's okay.
But I can't leave you guys! The fudge minions began to close in on me when Pomni suddenly ran in and took them out.
Your mom needs you, Gummy Goo. Go!
Stay strong, everyone! We can win this! I left my friends and the circus members to hold off the fudge's forces while I ran to save my mom. On day 100, I arrived back at the donut fields to find my mom captured by the fudge. If I didn't defeat the fudge fast enough, she was gonna die. Let my mom go!
Never. I set off to eat everyone, and that includes this yummy gummy I've captured.
Then I'll just have to stop you by force. I rushed into battle, prepared to end this once and for all. I used my bubblegum shots on the massive monster. His body was so large that it seemed to absorb most of what I threw at him. He fought back with his own fudge ball attacks, and I felt them cut into me deeply.
Not good enough. I think it's time for a snack.
Fueled by his hunger, he set his eyes on my dying mother and reached over towards her. You keep your hands off of her! Now full of rage and determination, I lunged for the fudge and threw out a stick of dynamite. The explosion knocked him away from my mother and did significant damage.
No! Now you made me angry!
He unleashed a deadly fudge tentacle attack, pulling me down and trapping me, but nothing was gonna stop me from protecting my mother. I used all my strength to escape the tentacle's grasp and got in close for the kill. This is for my people! I struck down the fudge, finally killing him. I turned to find my mom running towards me. She was finally back to good health.
You saved me, my son. Thank you.
Mom, you're okay! With the fudge defeated and my mother's health restored, everything was right in the world again.